Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Public Procurement Specialist Certification Course, Level 2. And I'm Maria Loida D. Irabagon, the Secretariat Head of the CLSU PPSTC program. So for this video, I will be presenting to you the course overview, guidelines, house rules, and Zoom etiquette, which will serve as your guide in successfully completing this course. So let me now share my screen. This for the course overview guidelines, house rules, and Zoom etiquette. So kindly be informed po that this course will run for 11 days. So the final date of our course is May 13 to 16, 19 to 23, and 26 to 27, 2025. Also, please take note of the two additional dates. So we will be having our review class on June 2, 2025. Online din po yan via Zoom, and it will run for only 2 hours from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And of course po, kindly take note po that the schedule of our comprehensive examination was changed po, and it was scheduled to be held on June 9, 2025. So, same time po with the review class, which is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. po. So, I would also like to note po that even po na 9 a.m. po ang start po ng ating comprehensive examination, participants po are advised to sign in at exactly 8 a.m. during the comprehensive examination for the preliminaries. Po. So this course has a total of 88 hours. So please take note po, yung nakalagay po dito sa screen. So this activity po is not an ordinary training. So this is a course. So para po kayo talagang isang estudyante po na enroll sa isang course. Okay po. Kaya this course po demands full participation from its enrollees. So we advise everyone po to consider each session a whole day one in case po kasi na magkaroon po ng problema sa schedule po yung mga resource person, is madali po nating may adjust po yung ating schedule. So this will also give us, the course management team, a lead time to adjust the course schedule in case the resource persons will not be able to meet the class as scheduled for some reason. So the level 2 actually is composed of 8 modules. So these are the following modules which will be discussed by our resource persons. So we have the procurement of infrastructure projects, contract management and administration for infrastructure projects, procurement of consulting services, preparation of terms of references, contract management and administration for consulting services, green public procurement, public expenditure management, public procurement audit, and we have the additional module which is procurement in transition aligning with NGPA, which will be discussed by our two resident trainers, Dr. Cheryl Ramos and Mr. Ronnie Gutierrez. So that will be on the last day of our course. So for the methodologies and we will still be employing po the following and to help us achieve the objectives of this course. We would still have the pre-test and post-test, and of course di pa rin po mawawala of course yung ating discussion forum at yung mga asynchronous activities po na ibinibigay po ng ating mga trainers. Then for the course guidelines, house rules, and Zoom etiquette. So, ganun pa rin po, like in our level 1, sa mga completers po namin ng level 1 dito, ganun pa rin po yung sistema ng ating pagkoconduct ng classes. We will still be having our synchronous classes using the Zoom teleconferencing application. Then we will be using the Google Classroom for you to work on with your asynchronous activities. So, sa mga bago po dito sa PPSC, CLSC PPSCC, we would like to note po that in order for you to join our Google Classroom, so we suggest po na gumamit po kayo ng basic Gmail account. So yung pag sinabi po kasi nating basic Gmail account is yung ang dulo po niya is yung or domain po niya is gmail.com po yung dulo. Kasi based po doon sa experience po ng mga participants namin sa previous batches, pagka ang ginamit po nila ay yung kanilang corporate account, hindi po sila nakakapasok sa ating Google Classroom. And also, kindly please take note po na pakiiwasan po yung paggamit ng duplicate account sa Google Classroom kasi ito din po ay isang way po namin to monitor if all participants have joined our Google Classroom. So, dapat po kasi magtama yung number of participants namin do sa number of students na nasa Google Classroom. So, ito pong Google Classroom, gagamitin niyo po siya to upload your assessment tasks and answer your pre and post test. Dito din po namin i-upload sa Google Classroom yung mga lecture presentations na ginamit po ng ating mga trainers. So, meron po kaming ipopost ko po ito sa ating Google Classroom. So, if you're having difficulty to join the Google Classroom, you may just follow this instruction. You may click this link, yan, and also you may enter the class code which is reflected here on the screen. Okay po. And there are also video tutorials shared via Google Classroom for you to uh, learn how to navigate the Google Classroom. So if you have any difficulty in enrolling in the Google Classroom, you may contact us, anyone from the course management team or our course coordinator, Ms. Sherry Amor. So we would also like to note that all participants po are required to enroll in GPP-BTS Pro Hub. So as we have mentioned po in the level 1, sa mga computers po namin ng level 1, kailangan niyo po mag-enroll po dito sa Pro Hub ni GPP-BTSO kasi dito niyo nga lang po ma-access yung um, comprehensive examination link. And hindi po kayo kasi i-recognize ni GPPB as their official participant if hindi po kayo registered sa kanilang program. So, you actually have two steps na kailangan gawin sa ProHub. First is to register in their ProHub and second one is to enroll po dun sa course kung saan niyo po i-access po yung mga um, evaluation ng mga for the resource persons, the overall course evaluation, and the comprehensive examination lead. So, Sir Art Bumanglag, our project assistant, will be posting a separate video tutorial on how to register and enroll in the GPP TSO program. So we would also like to remind all of participants, actually po, so kayo po, I guess lahat naman, majority po ng mga participants dito sa level 2 ay completer po namin. So napansin niyo naman po that we really start on time. So pagka sinabi po at exactly 8 a.m., we will start po kahit wala pa po yung resource person. So at 8 a.m. at andyan na po yung ating host team. So start na po tayo ng preliminaries. Kaya make sure po that you will be able to sign in at our Zoom virtual classroom before 8 a.m. So ideally po mga 7:45 para po you still have enough time to take the pretest. At ang pretest po kasi ay i-release po yan 15 minutes before 8 a.m. or 7:45 a.m. And of course po, you are all advised to use the virtual background when joining our synchronous class sessions and of course, use the attendance code. So, i-release na lang po namin later yung attendance code. So, gagamitin niyo po lagi yung attendance code po ninyo whenever you are joining our synchronous class session kasi that's our way of monitoring your attendance. So, pag hindi po namin nakita yung number po ninyo doon sa may participants list po natin sa Zoom. So, maaari po kayong ma-mark up as absent on that particular day. Okay po? So, para hindi po kayo rename ng inyong Zoom name, whenever you are entering the Zoom virtual meeting room, pwede nyo pong ilagin yung Zoom po ninyo dyan sa inyong browser. Then, punta po kayo doon sa profile, then palitan nyo na po yung inyong pangalan. Yan, following the attendance code which we will be releasing. So, ang attendance code po kasi, ang laman lang naman po yun, as you have observed, is your assigned number or attendance code, then your last name, first name, and the agency that you are representing or you belong. So, ganun lang naman po siya. And syempre po, since importante po na makita namin mabuti yung inyong mga face. Baka po kasi di pa iba yung nag-enroll. Tapos iba yung nag-register for this course at iba naman yung nag-enroll. So you are all required to open your webcam. And sana po yung webcam po ninyo is malinaw po siya na nakikita po yung inyong gaganda or nagawa po ng mukha. And make sure also that your room is conducive for learning. Ayan, wala pong maingay. And of course po, connected kayo sa internet na high and stable internet. And of course po, conducive to learning. And syempre, importante para makapakinig kayong mabuti, yun nga po, dapat air condition ng room at stable at strong ang inyong internet connection without anyone distracting you po. Kaya sabihin niyo po sa mga boss po ninyo, since binadgetan po itong pag-attend niyo po dito sa course po ninyo na para matutunan niyo po yung dapat yung matutunan is while you are attending, sana po ay wag muna nila kayong abalahin kasi sayang naman po kasi binayad po ninyo if hindi niyo po mapapakinggang mabuti yung mga i-discuss po ng ating mga resource person. Siyempre, on your end, kayo po kasi mas mawawalan po doon. Okay? And yun po, reminder lang po ulit to submit all your assessment tasks in our Google Classroom, and of course, ensure active participation during the lecture discussion proper and participate in all the activities. So, parang ito po yatang level na ito, yung may resource person na parang professor type na terror na bigla na lang siyang nagtatawag ng participant. So, ganun. So, dapat lagi po kayong all ears, all eyes on the screen kasi I think siya po ulit yung resource person last batch na ganun po yung style. Okay po? So meron pa po tayong talagang resource person na pagka biglang na-unmute mo yung mic mo, papagalitan ka pa niya. Okay, so for the daily attendance, we are monitoring daily the attendance, AM and PM sessions, kasi nga po, halos lahat po ng sessions natin ay maghapon. So we will be having a separate attendance for the AM and PM session. And of course po, para hindi po kayo ma-mark as absent, kailangan open lagi po ang camera and kailangan po ay makapag-fill out kayo ng attendance form, online attendance form. And syempre, dapat nandun po kayo sa ating daily class picture. So, yun po. And also po, if you will be leaving or taking a short break or CR break, so mag-chat lang po kayo sa anyone from the course management team. If you will be having your break, then mag-chat na lang po ulit kayo once na kayo po ay nakabalik na po sa inyong grupo. Okay? Then, of course, para po mabilis yung ating communication, kasi halos lahat naman po tayo ay babad sa Facebook, para ito na yung nagiging parang main form ng ating communication. Ayan. So, kindly join our Facebook group po. Then, dyan po ipopost kasi yung ating mga important announcements, urgent concerns. And aside from that po ay, of course, magkikreate pa rin po ako ng group chat po natin para doon yung po i-chat yung inyong mga concerns. If ever po natalo kayong mga concerns, pwede niyo po kaming itag. Ayan, kahit dyan po sa ating FB group, mag-post po kayo dyan at itag niyo po kami para mas madali po namin makita at mabasa at ma-actionan. Okay? Then, so, ganun pa rin po. Pag hindi po sa Zoom, automatic po naka-mute po kayo. Kaya pakibantayan po yung inyong microphone. So, iwasan niyo po ma-unmute bigla para hindi po tayo makadistract sa ongoing session. You will only be allowed po to unmute yourself during the hands-on exercises, consultation, o kaya po pagka tinawag po kayo ng ating resource person para po sumagot. At if you will also be presenting your group's output. And if you have any clarification po, meron naman pong mga resource persons na open sa ganito kasi nga may mga resource person po na parang talagang ang gusto nilang style is yung classroom discussion na they are allowed to ask questions in the middle. So, ano naman po yun tawag dito, sasagutin naman po ng mga resource persons yun if okay po sa kanya yung ganong style ng discussion. But other resource persons po kasi talagang pinatatapos po muna yung discussion, saka po niya sinasagot yung mga tanong sa open forum. So for the questions naman po, nagre-release naman po kami ng online link to collect po yung inyong mga questions. Binabasa po siya sa open forum. Meron po tayo allotted time po dyan at sinasagot po ng ating resource person. Okay? Then again po, we would like to reiterate, so the final date of our comprehensive examination is June 9, 2025. So don't worry po, ganun pa rin naman po yung sistema natin in terms of comprehensive examination na if ever po na hindi pala rin yung isang participant na pumasa sa first day, meron pa naman po siyang dalawang chances to pass the exam. And if ever po na hindi po siya makakapag-take na exam sa originally scheduled date, pwede naman po siyang sumulat, mag-email po sa amin, citing the reason bakit hindi po siya makakasabay sa exam, of course, with proper attachments. So, citing the reason with proper attachments. Halimbawa, meron kayo attendan na court hearing, ayan, pinag-uubi kayo ng inyong boss, so, sabihin niyo lang po yung reason, then email niyo sa amin, then we will forward that to GPPBTSO. So sila po kasi yung magsasabi if your reason is valid and if it is, then we will allow you po to take the exam. Okay? So, syempre po, the CLSU as well as the GPPBTSO actually do not tolerate any form of cheating. So, lalong-lalo na po sa comprehensive examination. So, don't worry po, ang medyo mahirap lang naman po dito is yung comprehensive examination. So, yung mga course assessments like quizzes, asynchronous activities, madali lang naman po yan. Lalo na yung group activities since mapagtutulong-tulungan niyo naman po yun. So, just be honest na lang po while taking the comprehensive examination. So, we will be having a separate guidelines po doon later on. So, pipresent na lang po siya days before the comprehensive examination. And ito po, lilinawin lang po natin agad dito sa mga participants po na lagi nagtatanong. So, yung grade nyo po doon sa may GPPB TSO Pro Hub, kasi pag chinekan na po yung nakikita na yung score nyo, parang hindi pa po siya final kasi as per Dr. Ramos, chinecheck pa daw po ulit yun nila. Kasi as per report po ni Dr. Ramos dati, yung system kasi, or I don't know, from GPP TSO's end, parang comma lang daw or may mali lang doon na i-type na comma, something, or wrong spelling, parang minamali na agad ng system. So yun naman po kasi explanation niya. So, kaya don't worry po, yung inyong report of rating lamang po ang makakapagsabi if you have passed this level or not. And to pass the level po, you have to satisfy the following: the attendance, which is equivalent to 30%, plus participation, 20%, and the examination, 50%. And for you to pass nga po this level, kailangan po sa attendance ay yung ang attendance po ninyo should be 90%. So as much as possible po, huwag po kayong absent. If ever po na hindi nyo maiiwasang umabsent due to office commitment, work commitment, mag-email naman po kayo sa amin, citing the reason ba't hindi kayo makakapasok para pag hindi kayo nakapasok sa araw na yun, i-report na lang po namin kayo as excuse. And also po for the level examination, dapat po, for you to pass the exam, kailangan po at least 70% yung inyong average score. So, I do not know po kasi kung ilan yung total points or score doon sa level 2. So, yung sa level 1 kasi I think that's 100 and dito po sa level 2, I think minsan po kasi 100, minsan po 130, 120, ganyan. And sa total score niyo po, so dapat po pag kinumpit po itong attendance plus participation at level examination po ninyo, for you to pass this level nga po is that you should have an overall weighted score of 80%. So this applies naman po to all levels. Okay po. So, other reminders po kasi we observe po from time to time na may mga participants po na biglang, ayun po, nagpa-confirm po sila, nagpa-reserve ng slot, then bigla pong mawawala. So, ganito na lang po yung ginagawa po namin. yung mga participants po na may makakapag-incur ng 3 consecutive absences na hindi po nagpaparamdam sa amin, ang ginagawa po namin sila, dinidelete na po namin sila from our master list, and if ever po they wish to participate, ayan, they will be transferred po to the next batch of the course. So, yung sa D1 po actually, nag-excuse din po kami doon, lalong-lalo na po kung yung participants po ay kaka-approve lang po ng agency nila that day sa D1 to attend this course. So, yun po, meron po kami binibigyan na ganun. Kaya siguro po ang count po ng D1 niya is actually, hindi na po namin ay hindi isasama yung counting ng D1 dun sa kanyang 3 consecutive absences. Excuse na lang po siya dun sa D1 kasi yung approval niya ay nahuli to join the PPSCC. So, yun po, in case of absences po, as I mentioned kanina, i-notify yun na po kami through email para mawamark po namin kayo as excuse, not absent if you will be attending an official business or concern during the time that you were absent in our course. And dito po sa mga nagtatanong ng course fee, this is also one of the frequently asked questions. Hanggang kailan magbayad to be allowed to take the course as much as possible po, at least a day before the comprehensive examination. So yun po yung as per our program coordinator. Okay po. Then, for the certificates, still you will be receiving 3 types of certificates from us. The first one is the certificate of attendance. So, tatlong klase din po yung i-issue namin dyan na certificate of attendance. One is for the whole duration of the course. The second is for the review class kung a-attend kayo, and for the comprehensive examination if mag-exam po kayo doon sa identified date po namin. The certificate of participation, usually ini-issue po namin yung at least 1 to 2 weeks after verifying po if all of you were able to submit the required outputs. And of course, the last one, the certificate of completion na yun nga po, may history nga po na ang tagal-tagal po ma-issue po ni GBTV yung certificate. So sa amin po kasi, on our end, basta po bato na sa amin yung report of rating, gagawin na po namin yun ng report sa GPTB. Then, after po nun, i-forward na po namin sa kanila yung mga required reports as well as the signed certificate. Uh, Signed certificate po from our end, yung side po aming president. And i-forward na po namin yung sa GPPB for signature of their executive director. So, yun po parang, medyo matagal po yung process kasi bine-verify pa po pala ni GPPB yung mga reports na sinabit namin. If they have a question po regarding sa score ng participant, bine-verify pa po na nila sa amin yun. Then pagka okay na po, saka pa lang po nila i-clear at saka pa lang po nila ipipila yon for signature po. So, kindly take note, matagal po talaga kasi hindi lang po si LSU ang nagpo-conduct po ng PPSCC, marami din pong SUCs. So, I think from other batches ay meron pong participant na galing dito from other batches. I don't know kung they are also experiencing the same timeline na medyo matagal. So, but sa amin po kasi, once na na-receive namin yung certificate na signed from GPPB, gagawin po namin doon is, syempre po, i-double check pa rin po namin if all of the certificates ay na-signan kasi may batch po na ganun na may naibalik po sa amin na hindi napirmahan. So, pagkatapos po nun, saka pa lang po namin siya ipiprint, gagawa ng waybill, ipapackage, saka po isi-ship. Minsan nade-delay po kasi medyo hindi pa po bumabalik yung reimbursement namin. So, yun, pagka kailangan na po i-ship sa kalang namin siya na buwan kasi medyo nabibitin din po yung aming rotating fund or yung revolving fund para doon sa pag-ship po na mga certificates and yung batch shirt. Okay po. So, okay po, hindi po namin ina-allow yung mga participants na mag-record ng mga learning sessions. Kami lang po ang allowed na mag-record ng learning sessions kasi sinasabi po namin ito para sa preparation po ng mga reports na we are required to submit to GBTB. And of course po, lahat po kayo ay required po to participate in this course. At dahil po dyan, meron po kaming host teams every day na magpo-facilitate po ng session. So sila yung mag-open ng session, mag-lead sa day's prayer, mag-introduce ng energizer, mag-introduce ng resource person. Okay po. So yung ating host team, siguro po, bukas na lang po namin i-release At ito po yung mga required forms na kailangan niyo pong i-fill out for you to receive yung mga certificates po na binanggit po kanina. Of course, sa participant's profile, pakiingatan po yung pagta-type po ninyo ng dyan sa participant's profile na yan. Kasi po kung mali po yung pagkakatype ng inyong pangalan sa certificate, kung ano po kasi nakalagay, doon yun na po yung nilalagay po namin sa certificate. So may mga cases po dito actually na um, yung certificate niya, mali yung nakalagay daw na pangalan niya. So kasi ang nilagay niya yatang pangalan is yung pangalan niya ng dalaga. So kasi yun yung na-type niya. Then meron namang isang participant, hindi siya na-issuehan ng certificate kasi yung pangalan niya sa ProHub ay iba dun sa pangalan niya sa master list namin. So ayun po, kahit napasado siya, hindi siya nakareceive ng certificate kasi wala naman kaming ganung record ng name sa name na nilagay niya sa ProHub. Kaya po, yun, natagalan po yung issuance ng certificate niya. Kaya pakireview niyo pong mabuti. O kung halimbawa po, kaya po marami kaming certificate na nire-release na din para makita niyo na po agad yung if there is any correction po ng inyong record po sa amin. Doon pa lang sa certificate of attendance ay ma i-correct na po natin. Kasi pag sinabit na po namin yung certificate to GPPB for their signature, hindi na po namin pwedeng baguhin pa yon. So, yun po kaya paki-check na lang po mabuti yung mga pangalanas na i-include nyo sa mga forms po natin para hindi po magka-problema. So, of course, you are also required to answer the speaker's evaluation. Ito po yung actually yung inyong dapat sagutan para ma-unlock po yung mga PowerPoint or lecture presentations dun sa ProHub. Then, general evaluation, ito po yung kailangan yung sagutan bago po ma-unlock po yung uh, dito comprehensive examination din. And lastly po, of course, CLSU course evaluation, you need to answer this for you to receive a certificate of participation. So this will be accessible po in our Google Classroom during the after the comprehensive examination. So that's all for the course guidelines, reminders, house rules, and etiquette. So good luck po in your level 2 journey and see you po tomorrow.